Okay, here we are, getting ready to sell the van, a New Age Road Owl. This one is the Adventurer RO 21BE. Road Owl, RO 21 is 21 foot, B for bunks, E for the what they call the adventure range. In other words, this is the top of the line Road Owl. It's a 2023 build date, and I'll show you that stamp in a moment. Awesome van, been used by our family for several trips. As I said, this is going to be a detailed walk around. The start is just a quick bird's eye view, as they say, just to get an idea of what it looks like. It's in really top condition. I still have to clean it, so please excuse any little marks that you see, but I'll go through in more detail in a second. As you can see the back, the reversing camera up there. This is the Walkinshaw edition. So Walkinshaw made a venture into caravans at one point in time. They used their chassis, their engineered chassis, which was a huge success, I think. They eventually sold on to JB Caravans, which still support the brand incredibly. You can still buy these new. They're about over $100,000 now. We're going to be asking in the probably high 60s. Anyway, so let's get started at the front. We've got the Cruisemaster DO35 hitch. I'd never go back to having a ball hitch again after having one of these, knowing that you're locked in so tight with that, and it can swivel right to left. Is great. Grease gone here for the grease level. Got the jockey wheel with the sidewinder on it, and we've got the camera input for the car. We've got two Anderson ports, one for the fridge, one for the battery, and of course the 12 pin, which has all the usual connections in there. This one, of course, is fitted with the Cruisemaster suspension, which is the spring and double shock trailing suspension, which is really good. It's got the storage box on the front. We've got the two gas cylinders in here with the tap to decide which one you want. And the good thing about these gas cylinders is actually they're you can fit swap and go ones in here. Some vans you actually can't. If you go on swap and go, these, I think they're Manchester tanks, you can't get a swap and go in. These ones you can. I'm making this video today, by the way, because weather forecast is a bit grey. I think it's going to rain, so I'm going to spend tomorrow washing and cleaning the van. Before we look at the bike rack, I'll show you the other storage unit in here. So I've got obviously grey water pipe out. We've got the 15 amp car cables, the home domestic connection. I've got a selection of water hoses as well. And underneath here, I also have the water filtration system, so the double water filtration system here, which these, I think, in today's day and age are a must to have clean water wherever you go. So they just lock down nicely like that. The little key to lock them in, and there's drain pipes underneath there in case any water does ingress into those. And the bike rack is a Grip Sport 4 bike rack. I'm going to use it a few times, but really great to have. Point to note, if you're looking at other vans, our one was, the bike rack was put on factory on this one. So the tear weight is determined after that's installed. So keep an eye on that if you're looking for other vans, because sometimes they put them on after the tear weight has been stamped, that actually adds another 50 or 60 kilos onto the front of the van. So keep an eye on that. Of course, we've got the outdoor water tap here, blue for cold water, standard legs. And I've never used a rattle gun to put these down, by the way. I've always put them down manually. I believe that using a rattle gun can sometimes shear off the threading, so keep an eye on that. Outdoor barbecue point here for your barbecue with an isolator port there. Huge tunnel boot, fantastic size tunnel boot, awesome storage in here. Here is some of the details that I can just show you. I will take a photograph of this, but if you can see the tear weight on this, it's 62610, and the ATM is 3210, which gives you 600 kilograms of payload, which is very, very high, I believe, for most vans today. There's a water outlet there in case you get any water in here as well. I'm just going to have a look at the other side to show you what it looks like from the other side. We've got the high strength jack here, which fits into dedicated points so you're not messing around. And also I've got here is the Cruisemaster wind anti-flap kit, and I've also got an extra awning for the side of the awning when that's up as well. And of course there's a light here to show you what's inside. Okay, now we continue to move around clockwise on the outside. We have the awning up and the anti-flap kit is up and installed, as you can see. Absolute godsend. As I said, keep in mind what those are. They're quite expensive. They're about $3,000 to fit after you buy the caravan. And make sure that if you are buying one and they have these anti-flap kits, make sure that it comes with the canvas carry bag as well, because it doesn't come at standard. You have to buy that. So keep that in mind as well. But it's bolted in here, as you can see, and bolted in to the top like there. And it takes me about probably 10 minutes to put up, which is no big deal, and definitely well worth it. While we're at this side, I'll show you, there's the table here. It's a 30 kilogram load capable on that table, which is, you know, more than ample to put a few drinks. We've got a TV outlet point here. We've got 12 volt and TV out and power out here. Power in is at the other side. As you can see on the floor here, I've got some mats. These are quite expensive mats, but I'm giving these mats with the caravan, hopefully for the asking price, for the floor mats outside as well. As I said, so the extra things you're getting in this van is the floor mats for outside, you're getting the anti-flap kit, you're getting the bike rack, so you're getting quite a few bits and pieces. Here is the cassette and the toilet, and let me see if I can do this right as a look here. As you can see, absolutely spotlessly clean cassette and all of the piping associated with that. That is not what you think it is. That's actually sealant down there. So that, believe it, has never been used. So put that up there. And again, looking at the side of the van from this side here, we've got two nice large windows and the anti-flap kit on the awning. Moving down the back again, you can see that we've got the camera here. I do actually have the Safety Dave camera kit for your car to go onto that, which is quite good. Underneath, you can't see much from this perspective, but it's just robust plumbing, and the water tank is there, and you can just see. I'll try and get a better angle for that Cruisemaster suspension. Coming down the side here, we've got two bunk windows, the fridge vent over there at the kitchen window, and another vent down here for the fridge. This is what I was telling you about, is the anchor point for the jack in the unlikely event that you have to change a wheel or tire, and that's a solar input. There's a solar panel on the roof, And this is the Anderson solar panel for a portable one there. We've got 2 batteries mounted outside the van here. And here we have a grey water, and we've got water for the first water tank. And then we've got the other water tank down here. We've got the inlet for the water here, and we've got the other water tank in here. There's the filling points up here, which are lockable to stop anybody interfering with them. But you can actually, these are threaded, which is really good. So you can actually fill the water tanks from underneath as well. And this is, we can see the Cruisemaster suspension there, trailing arm suspensions, all 4 wheels of those. So it's very tidy up there. We've got the hot water system outdoor here, an outdoor shower on this point here. We've got the TV input here for some caravan parks that have the TV point still. I know it's a bit, you don't see them very much nowadays, but it has it anyway. And here we've got the power input and the fuse. So there we have that. Close up that door. All the doors close properly. We've got more of the legs. View of the leg here and underneath. Not much to see there. And this kind of concludes the walk around at the front. Again, just see the walking show suspension there. By the way, you know, I've towed with this, towed it with my Ranger. Being the 2.4 ton, it has made it, it has towed it fantastic. I've never had a problem with it. It tows really, really well, and I'm not sure whether that is just all caravans of this nature, but I've always been impressed with how this tows. I've gone from here to, I'm down the Mornington Peninsula, so towed this up the Sunshine Coast, and it's been incredible. Australian made. Outdoor light here for visibility at night, which is good. We've got the, let's see if I can do this with one hand, hang on. So we've got the fly screen door separate to the outer door, and that is, and then the screen on the inside for privacy, and then that just closes beautifully with a little push, nice and solid, and the double step underneath there, which just folds out, manual step, but it's really easy to fold out. And then just open that door again and pin that open for us. Just take my shoes off because we have a strict no shoe policy in the caravan. Moving to the inside, and please keep in mind I have to give this a detailed clean, but as I said, I'm doing the walk around before I clean it and before the rain comes. So I'll just stand back here. This has got the 21 foot, so you get the island bed, walk around at both sides, with all these cupboards around the bed. Fantastic. They're hanging, really deep storage on the inside. Just show you on this one, as you can see, nice place to hang shirts or dresses, quite deep, and you can still pack things in along the back. And underneath then you've got a really deep drawer for personal belongings, a PowerPoint, and another drawer down here which we can use. We used to put, you know, things we had in little books, and the not so everyday things went down there. PowerPoint at either side for charging, but also these lights which have the touch sensor on them. 3 different light, whether you want it dim, bright or white, and they also have a USB point underneath as well for charging the phone, with all the soft cushioning around your head. Deep good drawer closets or cupboards up there, and then exactly the same on the other side. I'll just swing around at this point, show you the rest of the van. You've got the kitchen. This one has a full size oven, gas oven, game changer, absolutely fantastic, especially on those colder or wetter days and you want to bake some muffins or some bread, or it's really good. So they've got the gas hob, 1 electric plate, and so you still have the grill. Actually, I'm jumping ahead. So we've got the dinette. There's the keys. Shouldn't throw those there. Put those up on the hook. We've got the battery management system, which we'll go through, some PowerPoints. The roof, obviously. TV. Sirocco fans at each side of the bed and on the bunks as well. LED lights everywhere. And then we'll just quickly come back. We've got the 270 or is it 370 litre Dometic fridge, freezer. Excuse the sponge there. We keep it open like that when it's not in use so that it doesn't start to smell. And huge fridge to the point of where you don't even need to carry a second fridge in the car. That's so good. We've got, looking back at, excuse the rags, I'll go through the drawers in a moment. The battery management system, cupboard above the cooker, stove top, controls for gas, fridge, hot water and air conditioning. Another little sneaky cupboard up there. The NCE microwave, which comes without a rotating plate, which means it doesn't rattle around when you're driving. Fantastic. And it's sealed in as well, so it won't come out. Huge cupboard up there. Privacy curtain here, which you can slide across to get when the kids get to sleep or whatever. Your controls for air conditioning and heating. The table, again, is a good sized table. Five of us sat around that. One person had to sit at a stool here, but five of us have sat around that little table. More big cupboards up here. Big cupboard again above the radio up there. Speakers, two speakers inside, front and back, and two speakers outside as well, all zoned. We've got the Gree air conditioning unit, which has always been amazing on those scalding hot days. LED ceiling lights. Moving through to the back. As you can see, it's a double bunk. Fantastic for two kids because you can sit up in them. One of the downsides, the three bunks, obviously if you've got three kids you don't have a choice, but if you only have two kids and it's a triple bunk, you cannot sit up in them, which is really annoying. Again, Sirocco fans on each one, light point up here as well for independent light, an external vent, a bit dusty, I need to clean that off, a window at each one. Big cupboard here right down the bottom for some boxes and good storage area here. Nice flat top here, and of course the best thing ever, this mini 3 kilo washing machine, front loader washing machine. I would not go back to having a top loader again. This is just so much better at washing and so much more efficient. The ladder there for the top bunk, as I was saying, they always had mattress protectors on them, so the mattresses are pretty good. Looking underneath this bed, great, look at this, all completely open. You can get at least 4, if not 5, those big storage boxes that you get in Bunnings under that bed. And also this drawer here, this door here to get into it, which is really good, but great for storing extra bedding, all of those little bits and pieces. I'll go through each drawer in detail shortly. Huge mirror, cupboards above, all of the little bits and pieces for toilet cleaning, and these barriers on these shelves to stop things from falling out. So when you're packing away, when you're moving, you don't need to be so anal about putting all that stuff away. It can stay in there. This door here, great little sink, fantastic shower. Can't fault this. This is one of the best things about this van. This is, if you can see here, that's my, probably in old money, about 12 inches high, which means this is a little mini bath. So if you've got little toddlers or kids and they come back from the beach and they want to sit and have a bath, they can have a bath in here in at least, I don't know, 10 inches of water. Obviously I'd supervise them, but sealed shower door, so completely separate shower door with a bolt on it for traveling, and frosted glass, and really great shower head, and of course a expel air to get rid of that stale air. Independent light in here as well, We've put hooks up here. We're going to leave those there. They're really handy for hanging towels or just things that you use to wash yourself, scrubbers and whatnot. Yeah, really good. A window here as well for, again, a little more fresh air. And this is the sliding concertina door. I'll just open that and show you. So that door there, just which closes the bathroom off completely. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand and trying to do it with the other. But you have that privacy in there. So as I mentioned outside, if you use the bathroom or if you use the toilet in this one, you'll be the first to do so. And the reason is we've had it in caravan parks. I've had roadside stops and that kind of thing, but we've never gone bush camping in this caravan. So this is brand new. My daughter, who is 17, used to sleep in that bunk, and she thought it was a little bit gross to have people using the toilet in front of her. Oh, she's a bit particular, but so on. So that was never used. So we pop out to the bathroom in there. So it's good to know that whoever buys the caravan is not having to deal with somebody else's personal matter like that. Again, this curtain, I'll show you, which closes off here, so a little bit of privacy for the kids. They used to like to have that just when they're getting changed. So we're selling this van because, as I mentioned, my daughter's 17, and well, we're at that stage of life where the kids don't really want to come away with us anymore. We've been everything from camping to we had a Jayco expander van when we had lots of kids that wanted to come with us. Obviously, my son has left home and our daughters are getting older now, so it's time for us to downsize. We'll just go, while we're talking about storage, I'll just open up this bed. So as you can see, the mattress is absolutely perfect. Look, like the day it went on there. Mattress protectors always. Bed comes up like this, and look at that storage space. That's huge. And this is where all of your, you know, some drink that you want to bring for your holiday can fit in here. But we had plastic tubs, and we'd line them up, and we'd have one for shoes, one for bedding, one for coats, one for little accessories and knickknacks and things that we didn't want to have in cupboards available every day. Now, this van does not have diesel heating, and the reason for that is because inside the van, it's not a massive space. It can be heated easily with an electric space heater. We didn't go bush camping in it, so if we did, you know, if we weren't in a camp, it was usually somewhere we didn't need heat. But the problem with the diesel heaters is that, one, they're big, and two, they need space around them. So you will lose up to a half of this storage space, if not more, by putting a diesel heater, because that's where they put them. They put them under the bed. So, one, we didn't want to be sleeping and having a diesel fire underneath the mattress, but two, we needed the storage space. So we favored that. So here we are again. So I'll give another walk around. I'll give a bit more focus to, we have this little plastic box here, which has got the TV remote control, the outdoor remote control, if you can focus on that. For the radio, you can control the radio up and down when you're outside. A little just odds and ends, a little spare clip for the awning. They have a habit of coming off sometimes. Got a spare one there, a few little bits and pieces. Spare little hooks for the oven. If anybody has had an oven like these, they'll know that they're not the most secure, but we got a couple of spare ones when this was being serviced last time. That brings me on to another point. JB Caravans are now the owner of New Age, which I was quite happy about, because it meant that there's more dealerships around the country, and there's multiple dealerships in every capital city. So it was easy for us to find somebody to help us service it. And to be honest with you, they've always been great. Take that board off the top. Obviously, for traveling, that would stay in the front of the bed with the TV that comes off in front of the bed. Never travel with the TV. It will be in pieces when you get to where you're going. So we've got the awesome 3 burner and 1 electric. I don't actually think I've ever used that electric. We should probably turn it on to burn off any any residue that may be on it that gets over time. 3 gas. Then you got your gas grill, which is great for making toasties or browning the top of an omelette or something like that. And then you got this great big oven. It's gas, but it's also electric. It's fan gas oven. So when it comes to the right temperature, the fan comes on. So it's like a little fan oven. And yeah, great, absolutely fantastic. Got this nice little cupboard underneath. We used to put aloe foil and cling wrap and things like that in there. And this here then, the main, I missed this emptying it. As you can see, we have a toaster, a few little bits and pieces, and that's the hot water system in there, but it's the only cupboard that's taken up by stuff. So quite a deep cupboard there, and that's underneath the sink, as you can see. We've got a fire blanket actually that stays with the van. I'll put that with the other box of things that goes there. That stays with that one. Moving on, you've got a nice big square sink. So it's like a sink you'd have in a kitchen. It's not like these little round sinks that you're struggling to use. Really good big square sink and draining board. Space for our coffee machine down the side. We had one of those capsule coffee machines, would fit in perfectly with the kettle behind it, coffee machine in front, and then it fit into this cupboard here when we were traveling. The battery management system, let's have a quick look at that now. As you can see if this focuses on this. I'll put the light on. Which one's the light? That one's the light. So as you can see, ignore the time, well, not that you would know, but anyway. So we got the 2 water tanks with sensors. Can I focus on this? 2 water tanks with sensors, grey water tank, and there's a sensor for a 4th tank. There's only 3 tanks on this. The pump for the water is currently turned off. There's 1 pump, but there's mechanisms for 2. As you can see, the solar is working. It's a really overcast day today, but it's still pulling in some solar, and it tells you that the battery is charging. So that light on again. As you can see, so everything is functioning and working. We're currently consuming 3 amps and it's 13.6 volts. So that just tells you that the batteries are 100% perfect. They're not lithium. These ones are, there's 2 100 deep cycle, and I always told myself that if I ever ran out of power that I would upgrade them to lithium, but I've never run out of power. Moving on to the other side, we've got the controller here for the TV aerial, which is a wind up, wind down one, which is quite nice. Smoke detector here. The cupboards, let's have a look at this window up here. This is the skylight, and you can have completely blacked out if you want. You can open the window and have a fly screen, and as you can see, that's really, really clean. Yeah, that's really good condition actually. I like to leave it open like this because we wake up in the morning to the sunlight, so it's quite nice. But that just opens, that little hook comes around there. I can just reach this and then it opens like that, and you get some nice fresh air coming in there. It's beautiful skylight. It's really good. Just pull that down and then just bolt it quickly like that, and it's done. And what else? Oh yes, underneath the bench we've got storage underneath here. Great big storage area there again, and on the other side of the bench we've got a big storage area here that goes right in there, and you can be creative with putting some bits and pieces in there, and it's quite good. The big window here, power points, more lights. These are the 12 volt lights, so if you're not connected to mains power, you've got light. Oh, by the way, all the fans work on 12 volt as well, so they're connected to both. And we've got the next light here, and of course another power point. There's a power point in this cupboard here for the washing machine, which can be purposed for other uses as well. And that is the walk around. So let me know if you're interested. I will post this, and obviously where it's up for sale, so we might have a conversation. Thank you for watching. Bye.